Radio Al-Ansar and the Al-Ansar Foundation.
It's time for The Breakfast Show. The Breakfast Rush.
Check it out.
A great way to start your day. The Breakfast Rush. The Breakfast Rush. It's the people's choice.
It is the people's choice. Assalamu alaikum. And welcome back now to Radio Al-Ansar. We're 30 seconds after 6. And welcome on into your breakfast rush on this beautiful Wednesday morning. Assalamu alaikum to you on the 28th of January.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu on this hot day in Durban, the 8th of Sha'ban, 1447. We hope you have your ice water and tissues. You're going to need them.
I've seen people starting to carry around towels.
Yeah.
Hand towels and face towels.
I think I need a cooler bag.
Right? Get some dry ice in there.
You don't want to drink the water come, 11 a.m.
Mostly cloudy for Durban today, but still temperatures high, humidity levels fairly high as well. We'll get you a full-on weather report in, just about half an hour. So you can sit back, you can relax, and you can enjoy everything coming your way here on the Breakfast Rush. Let's start with this.
The Breakfast Rush main news bulletin.
Making news this hour, operators given year to implement data rollover amendments, and Iran's currency drops to a low against the dollar as tensions soar. Assalamu alaikum, I'm Hadra Kota. The country's communications authority says that telecoms companies must automatically extend the validity of bundles to the next month. In a year's time, consumers will no longer have to watch their unused data bundles vanishing on expiry. The Independent Communications Authority of South Africa has amended the End User and Subscriber Service Charter regulations. Under the new rules, mobile operators must automatically roll over unused data, voice, and SMS bundles to the next month at no extra cost. South Africa's tourism sector has reached a new milestone, recording its highest number of international arrivals. Tourism Minister Prisha de Lille says that more than 10.4 million visitors arrived in the country in 2025, a 17.6% increase on the previous year. She says that this is the first time arrivals have exceeded pre-COVID levels. Meanwhile, Air Travel and Cargo Development Initiative Durban Direct has highlighted the recent decision by global major airline group Qatar Airways to increase the number of its flights between its home base, Doha, and Durban. With effect from the 1st of March, the carrier will be operating 7 flights a week on its Durban route, which includes a stop in Maputo, the capital of Mozambique. Durban Direct serves to develop routes as the city's King Shaka International Airport, which serves the whole of the KZN province. This initiative takes the form of a committee, and it notes that Qatar's decision showed the airline's confidence in the Durban and wider KZN markets. And finally, Iran's currency has dropped according to several Iranian currency tracking websites, weeks after protests sparked by the rial's dwindling value rocked the country. Exchange shops offer the record low rial to dollar rate in Tehran, deepening the economic hardships for large swaths of the Iranian populace suffering from decades of extensive economic mismanagement and international sanctions. A quick recap of your top stories this hour. Operators given year to implement data rollover amendments, and Iran's currency drops to a low against the dollar as tensions soar. And that's it for news this hour. For Radio Al-Ansar, I'm Hadra Kota.
I think 1 year to execute the data rollover strategy, new rules, if you want to call it that. 1 year, I think, is way too much.
Agreed.
Way too much.
Absolutely agreed. Especially because generally in these departments, there are lots of people employed.
It doesn't matter how many people are employed. If 99.10% of the people are just there to chill, another story. But here's the thing. I think it's about time. It's about time somebody said, hello, you took my money for my data. And when the end of this certain period comes by, you just want to take the data away? Not a good idea.
Precisely.
Something else that I would love for them to work on is dictating to me when I must use my data.
Me too.
Love it, right? So if you purchase 15 gigs of data, 7.5 must be used daytime and 7.5 is night owl. I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
So 7.5 of those 15 gigs just go
That's why
all the time.
I've learned to only get the ones that have anytime.
Anytime. Because if I purchased it, it's now my property, and I would like to use my property when I feel like it, not when you dictate to me. So hopefully those amendments start coming through as well, and we get the opportunity to just, because it's money at the end of the day.
Absolutely. That's why it's important to read the T's and C's before you're like, that's what I'm getting.
I'll tell you what I'm getting. I'm going to get you your dua for traveling, Surah Yasin, a little bit of Drood, and of course, we'll get into Nasiha. All of that in the next 25 minutes.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willowton Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
There's nothing quite like the taste of a traditional family meal, and at the heart of every great dish is a key ingredient that brings it all together. That ingredient is Sunfoil pure sunflower cooking oil, made from only the finest sunflower seeds. It's the perfect way to enhance the taste of your family's favorite foods. Sunfoil cooking oil is more than just oil. It's the key to bring your family together over a delicious meal and making every bite taste better. Remember, the key ingredient to a great family meal is Sunfoil. Tradition just tastes better.
This Surah Yasin is brought to you by Murchison Spice, Pietermaritzburg's leading spice and specialty retail store.
You got Facebook. Why not give us a like and follow Breakfast Rush? Radio is a great way to connect with the community. Breakfast Rush. This is the #1 show. Channel 1.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. سبحان الذي سخر لنا هذا وما كنا له مقرنين وإنا إلى ربنا لمنقلبون اللهم إنا نسألك في سفرنا هذا البر والتقوى ومن العمل ما ترضى اللهم هون علينا سفرنا هذا وطوي عنا بعده اللهم أنت الصاحب في السفر والخليفة في الأهل اللهم إني أعوذ بك من وعثاء السفر وكآبة المنظر وسوء المنقلب في المال والأهل والولد.
You are listening to the Breakfast Rush.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ياسين والقرآن الحكيم إنك لمن المرسلين على صراط مستقيم تنزيل العزيز الرحيم لتنذر قوما ما أنذر آباؤهم فهم غافلون لقد حق القول على أكثرهم فهم لا يؤمنون إنا جعلنا في أعناقهم أغلالا فهي إلى الأذقان فهم مقمحون وجعلنا من بين أيديهم سدا ومن خلفهم سدا فأغشيناهم فهم لا يبصرون وسواء عليهم أأنذرتهم أم لم تنذرهم لا يؤمنون إنما تنذر من اتبع الذكر وخشي الرحمن بالغيب فبشره بمغفرة وأجر كريم إنا نحن نحيي الموتى ونكتب ما قدموا وآثارهم وكل شيء أحصيناه وأنزلناه في إمام مبين واضرب لهم مثلا أصحاب القرية إذ جاءها المرسلون إذ أرسلنا إليهم اثنين فكذبوهما فعززنا بثالث فقالوا إنا إليكم مرسلون قالوا ما أنتم إلا بشر مثلنا وما أنزل الرحمن من شيء إن أنتم إلا تكذبون قالوا ربنا يعلم إنا إليكم لمرسلون وما علينا إلا البلاغ المبين قالوا إنا تطيرنا بكم لئن لم تنتهوا لنرجمنكم وليمسنكم منا عذاب أليم قالوا طائركم معكم أئن ذكرتم بل أنتم قوم مسرفون وجاء من أقصى المدينة رجل يسعى قال يا قوم اتبعوا المرسلين اتبعوا من لا يسألكم أجرا وهم مهتدون وما لي لا أعبد الذي فطرني وإليه ترجعون أأتخذ من دونه آلهة إن يردني الرحمن بضر لا تغن عني شفاعتهم شيئا ولا ينقذون إني إذا لفي ضلال مبين إني آمنت بربكم فاسمعون قيل ادخل الجنة قال يا ليت قومي يعلمون بما غفر لي ربي وجعلني من المكرمين وما أنزلنا على قومه من بعده من جند من السماء وما كنا منزلين إن كانت إلا صيحة واحدة فإذا هم خامدون يا حسرة على العباد ما يأتيهم من رسول إلا كانوا به يستهزئون ألم يروا كم أهلكنا قبلهم من القرون أنهم إليهم لا يرجعون وإن كل لما جميع لدينا محضرون وآية لهم الأرض الميتة أحييناها وأخرجنا منها حبا فمنه يأكلون وجعلنا فيها جنات من نخيل وأعناب وفجرنا فيها من العيون ليأكلوا من ثمره وما عملته أيديهم أفلا يشكرون سبحان الذي خلق الأزواج كلها مما تنبت الأرض ومن أنفسهم ومما لا يعلمون وآية لهم الليل نسلخ منه النهار فإذا هم مظلمون والشمس تجري لمستقر لها ذلك تقدير العزيز العليم والقمر قدرناه منازل حتى عاد كالعرجون القديم لا الشمس ينبغي لها أن تدرك القمر ولا الليل سابق النهار وكل في فلك يسبحون وآية لهم أنا حملنا ذريتهم في الفلك المشحون وخلقنا لهم من مثله ما يركبون وإن نشأ نغرقهم فلا صريخ لهم ولا هم ينقذون إلا رحمة منا ومتاعا إلى حين وإذا قيل لهم اتقوا ما بين أيديكم وما خلفكم لعلكم ترحمون وما تأتيهم من آية من آيات ربهم إلا كانوا عنها معرضين وإذا قيل لهم أنفقوا مما رزقكم الله قال الذين كفروا للذين آمنوا أنطعم من لو يشاء الله أطعمه إن أنتم إلا في ضلال مبين ويقولون متى هذا الوعد إن كنتم صادقين ما ينظرون إلا صيحة واحدة تأخذهم وهم يخصمون فلا يستطيعون توصية ولا إلى أهلهم يرجعون ونفخ في الصور فإذا هم من الأجداث إلى ربهم ينسلون قالوا يا ويلنا من بعثنا من مرقدنا هذا ما وعد الرحمن وصدق المرسلون إن كانت إلا صيحة واحدة فإذا هم جميع لدينا محضرون فاليوم لا تظلم نفس شيئا ولا تجزون إلا ما كنتم تعملون إن أصحاب الجنة اليوم في شغل فاكهون هم وأزواجهم في ظلال على الأرائك متكئون لهم فيها فاكهة ولهم ما يدعون سلام قولا من رب رحيم وامتازوا اليوم أيها المجرمون ألم أعهد إليكم يا بني آدم ألا تعبدوا الشيطان إنه لكم عدو مبين وأن اعبدوني هذا صراط مستقيم ولقد أضل منكم جبلا كثيرا أفلم تكونوا تعقلون هذه جهنم التي كنتم توعدون اصلوها اليوم بما كنتم تكفرون اليوم نختم على أفواههم وتكلمنا أيديهم وتشهد أرجلهم بما كانوا يكسبون ولو نشاء لطمسنا على أعينهم فاستبقوا الصراط فأنى يبصرون ولو نشاء لمسخناهم على مكانتهم فما استطاعوا مضيا ولا يرجعون ومن نعمره ننكسه في الخلق أفلا يعقلون وما علمناه الشعر وما ينبغي له إن هو إلا ذكر وقرآن مبين لينذر من كان حيا ويحق القول على الكافرين أولم يروا أنا خلقنا لهم مما عملت أيدينا أنعاما فهم لها مالكون وذللناها لهم فمنها ركوبهم ومنها يأكلون ولهم فيها منافع ومشارب أفلا يشكرون واتخذوا من دون الله آلهة لعلهم ينصرون لا يستطيعون نصرهم وهم لهم جند محضرون فلا يحزنك قولهم إنا نعلم ما يسرون وما يعلنون أولم ير الإنسان أنا خلقناه من نطفة فإذا هو خصيم مبين وضرب لنا مثلا ونسي خلقه قال من يحيي العظام وهي رميم قل يحييها الذي أنشأها أول مرة وهو بكل خلق عليم الذي جعل لكم من الشجر الأخضر نارا فإذا أنتم منه توقدون أوليس الذي خلق السماوات والأرض بقادر على أن يخلق مثلهم بلى وهو الخلاق العليم إنما أمره إذا أراد شيئا أن يقول له كن فيكون فسبحان الذي بيده ملكوت كل شيء وإليه ترجعون
صدق الله العظيم.
You are listening to the Breakfast Rush.
اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم.
Oh my Lord, my sins are like the highest mountain. My good deeds are very few, they're like a small pebble. I turn to you, my heart full of shame, my eyes full of tears. Bestow your forgiveness and mercy upon me. Ya Allah, send your peace and blessings on the final prophet and his family and companions and those who follow him. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
This Surah Yasin was brought to you by Merchants and Spice, Peter Management. May Allah bless your day.
There's something and spice, and its name is elite basmati rice, available throughout the Middle East and now available in South Africa. Brought to you by Merchants and Spice, Peter Maritzburg. Available in golden cellar and premium white, high in vitamins and low in calories. Perfect for the health conscious. Contact Merchants and Spice on 033 387 2121. That's 033 387 2121. Merchants and Spice. Taste the East.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
There's nothing quite like the taste of a traditional family meal, and at the heart of every great dish is a key ingredient that brings it all together. That ingredient is Sunfoil pure sunflower cooking oil, made from only the finest sunflower seeds. It's a perfect way to enhance the taste of your family's favorite foods. Sunfoil cooking oil is more than just oil. It's the key to bring your family together over a delicious meal and making every bite taste better. Remember, the key ingredient to a great family meal is sunfoil. Tradition just tastes better.
This Ramadan, let's spread kindness and modesty. Many children and appas in rural areas cannot afford proper modest wear. I am Bibi Aisha Lehe from Phenomenal Family, and I will be collecting gently worn abayas, scarves and kurtas to help those in need. Please drop off your donations at the Al Ansar Foundation or call 031 208 1601 to contribute.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
Your award-nominated Breakfast Rush with Nishal Sarawat.
Hearing to TBR every day has really inspired my whole life. You guys really rock.
From 6 to 8, that's the best 2 hours of our lives. Hats off to you guys. Thank you very much. You'll really brighten up our day.
I really enjoy listening to the Breakfast Rush with Nishal. My day wouldn't be the same without the Breakfast Rush. I love the TBR show.
Monday to Friday, 6 till 8 a.m.
Inspiration for the Ummah, your morning nasiha.
My friends, our Prophet ﷺ has told us how the news reaches the gates of Illiyin, of whoever is coming from this earth. And they there in Illiyin are always saying to the angels, who's coming, who's coming, who's coming? And when they say it is Munawwar Hussein, who's from E1, yeah, whatever street that might be. Yeah, Munawwar Hussein in E1 in the heart of Whitechapel is coming up. You know Munawwar Hussein's dad, his mom that went before, maybe his granddad and his great-grandfather and his uncles. And as they come rushing forward, there's any family members, they'll come rushing forward to the entrance of the gate. They want to receive their child, their grandchild. And when he enters, he now realizes, if he's a good soul only, if he's only a good soul, this happens. He now realizes that he's got a whole family out here. Not just the ones he's seen. He hasn't seen his great-great-great-grandfather. Even he looks at him and they catch up on news. And his father, mother, and others say to him, how's your sister? How's that son of yours? How is so-and-so? What about the other one? Did she get married? Is she married yet? They catch up on news of this world. That's the first thing they do. But if it's a bad soul, then they go to Sijin and they don't see any families there whatsoever. And what a life that would be for a person to live in this world and to end up in Sijin. May Allah Azza wa Jal forgive us. May Allah protect us from going there. Say Ameen. So anyway, this is the fourth world. What happens in the fourth world? Well, guess what? You get comfortable again if you're in Illiyin. You get comfortable. You're with your family, the families that went before you. And now you're waiting for others to come from the world. You want your sister to come to Illiyin. You hope she gets to Illiyin. You pray she gets to Illiyin. That's why people on this earth sometimes have dreams. How do you have a dream? How do you meet a person who's already gone? Well, the people in Illiyin, they make a request to Allah. Oh Allah, I'd like to see so-and-so of my family member in the world in a dream. If only Allah wills, they get the wish granted. So what happens? What happens is, subhanAllah, think of this, this is amazing. This is amazing, and this happens every single night. What Allah has done is during the night, when you go to sleep tonight, and I go to sleep tonight, and last night, and the night before that, and every single night of my life, what Allah says in the Holy Quran in Surah Zumar, Surah number 39, I think it's ayah number 46. Allah says, Allahu yatawaffa al-anfusa hina mawtiha wallati lam tamut fi manamiha. Allah catches souls twice, 2 times. Once when you're dead, He catches you and He takes you, transfers you to the next world. This is what I've just been talking about. And the second one where He catches you and He releases you, and then He catches you and releases you and catches you and releases you and catches you, and takes you up and takes you back down, takes you up, takes you back down. For many times, is every time I go to sleep and every time you go to sleep. The Quran says, وَالَّتِي لَمْ تَمُتْ فِي مَنَامِهَا. The soul that hasn't died yet, who is in a state of sleep and a state of dreaming. And what happens is my soul goes up there, your soul goes up there. And sometimes you have a dream of someone on this earth. And how do you have it? Well, his soul or her soul got together with your soul. Sometimes it's your imagination, okay? Don't get me wrong. Don't see someone tomorrow and just say, hey, I was with you last night. Sister, I was with you last night. Come here. I've seen you. Sometimes it's your imagination, all right? Guys, take it easy, okay? So anyway, what happens is they go to a place, Alamul al-Ahlam. The world Allah has created, the world of dreams. Now every soul that has a true dream goes to that world. And whoever is in Illiyin, if their request has been accepted, they also come to Illiyin, and the two meet in that state. And this is so quick that it can happen like a blink of an eye. It can happen like a blink of an eye. That's how we see people who have passed away, and we meet them in our dreams. Allahu Akbar. So anyway, if you want, you might think, well, that's some people's dreams. Do we have anything physical? Some people say, where's the physical think that for barzakh and for the life beyond the fourth life. Well, let me tell you this. There's been many individuals in the past that this has happened to. And it has happened again recently. With Imam Bukhari rahimahullah, when they buried his body in his grave in Russia, in Bukhara. In Russia, he was a Russian. Imam Bukhari was a Russian. You understand, guys? We need to tell Putin that Imam Bukhari was a Russian. Allahu Akbar. Anyway, when he was buried in his grave, there was a fragrance, a very strong fragrance of itr and of great fragrance of a nice smell coming, strong, so strong that they'd never smelled anything like this. So the people came to his grave straight after his janazah and they took soil from his grave. They took it home. This was like a whole piece of soil that's got this fragrance. You could rub it on your hands, you could rub it on your body, on your skin, and you've got really nice fragrance. So people then flocked to his grave for 3 days. Every day they would take soil, hands full of soil. And then the ulama in his time, they made dua to Allah. They said, oh Allah, please stop this because the bid'ah is going to start. And they said, oh Allah, please take this fragrance away because we have to carry on refilling the grave every single day. Can you imagine? Otherwise they'll take all the soil from his grave. On the third day it stopped. This is a well-known piece about his life when he died, Imam Bukhari rahimahullah. And he's a very famous person that most of us are acquainted with.
TBR, it says Wednesday morning, just have to make sure, Wednesday morning, it is the 28th of January 2026. What's the Islamic day? What's the countdown looking like?
It is the 8th of Sha'ban 1447.
Approximately 22 days.
Plus
21, 22.
minus, absolutely.
Yeah. Hopefully you're preparing accordingly. Now, to help you prepare accordingly for your day ahead, or this Wednesday, as maybe, you're bundling the kids up, you're getting them into the car, you're heading off to drop them off at school, then go to work, whatever the case may be. Maybe you need to just bundle them up and say, oh, your car. There you go. I'll tell you in a moment. And weather report as well, just in case you're one of those folks that just, I need to know what the weather is before I get dressed. Okay, we'll get your weather report in just a moment as well. But first,
Breakfast rush traffic.
Superintendent Raouf, assalamu alaikum, welcome.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you very much. How are you doing?
Alhamdulillah, how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing good, thank you. Earlier this morning, protest action played up once again on the Huntmount Highway, just below the N3. So there's some debris on the road. Just be aware of that. Be careful, please, as you driving up the road this morning. The authorities are there. They've cleaned up as much as they can, but there's still some debris on the road. Traffic is not working. Mysore Road and Chota Mutala Road. Big intersection, just allow for some extra traveling time there, please. Traffic that is not working at as you leave Angeni on the R34 going towards the prison. Now also a major accident in that vicinity. Okay, sorry, no accident. Traffic that's not working, so just use it as a four-way stop, please, as you get to it. Accident, Lighthouse Road and Tomic Road on the bluff. 2 vehicles involved in this one, so there'll be delays in that vicinity. Accident on the N3, Johannesburg bound, going towards Johannesburg. 2 trucks involved in this one. It's in Colenso, left-hand lane obstructed. Traffic is moving past the area, but just approach with caution, please. Another one on the N3. This is now near the outer city. Going towards Johannesburg. You only got 1 lane running due to an earlier accident, so just be aware of that, please. If you're in Pietermaritzburg, corner of Loop Street and Commercial Road, there's an accident. 2 vehicles involved in this one. So there's delays in that vicinity as well. Please allow for extra traveling time. That is your first update.
Thank you very much, Superintendent Raouf. Quick question for you before you go. How should a restaurant bill be split when you're dining with acquaintances? This is just your opinion. Are you team split the bill or team pay for what you want?
If you invite them, you must pay for it.
If you invite everybody, you must pay for everybody. But what if it's a case of, like, there's this friends group, WhatsApp chat, and everybody agrees, okay, listen, Friday night, we're all going to go out for supper.
And each one pays their own bill.
So you're on that team that says pay for what you ate.
Yeah, that's why, when I have a bride,
yeah,
I invite everybody. And I say, bring your own meat, I'll provide the water.
You are brilliant. All I provide is a tumbler. Seriously. And a place to sit, maybe. Assalamu alaikum, Sub.
Alaikum salam.
I'd love to know the answer to this question. Where do you fall, on this question? Are you team split the bill equally? So you take the total, you add your tip, whatever the case may be, and then you divide by the number of people that are there? Or are you one of those people that says, look, just pay for what you consumed? How do you split the bill? That's the question that I'd love an answer to. How do you split the bill when, you're out with friends or just extended family, whatever the case may be? How do you split the bill? Not when you've invited everybody, but when there was an agreement that says, hey, certain day, certain time, we'll meet up, we'll go catch a chow. How do you do it? WhatsApp 0609041056. We'll take your answers to that and discuss that a little bit later on. Something else has been happening in the world in South Africa. Yesterday, we saw this hive of activity at the Point Police Station where the leader of March and March, Jacinta Ngobisi Zuma, handed herself over to police after facing charges of inciting public violence. Now, interesting story. For the last couple of days, we've been talking with her and trying to get her on the program to get her answers to questions with regard to March and what they're doing in like Addington and what have you with regard to the primary schools and everything. We've been looking forward to getting some opinions and some answers from her. Unfortunately, whilst we were busy putting together that interview, other things were happening in her life.
Correct.
And she said to us, listen, I'm going to be going to the police station. I'm going to be handing myself over because these are the, the allegations and accusations that are coming my way. So face it, why not? So today we'll be speaking with Action SA, a political party that has come out in full support of Jacinta, just to get some answers and figure out what's going on. Of course, Buddy Governor will join us a little bit later on for a sports update because, well, it's Wednesday.
The weather update. I think it's going to be playtime weather.
Lots happening on the program today. So let's see. Weather-wise, Durban expecting 31-degree high as we get through a mostly cloudy afternoon today. Pietermaritzburg, mostly cloudy, 33. Margate, a partly cloudy, 27. Partly cloudy, Richards Bay, 33 degrees at lunchtime there. Ladysmith, mostly cloudy, 33 as well. Johannesburg, sunny, 28. Cape Town is sunny, 25. Lilongwe in Malawi, expecting a cloudy day today, a 28-degree high there. Pakistan's Karachi, a cloudy, 26. Mecca, expecting haze, so is Al Madinah, up to 31 degrees in that part of the world. Dubai, sunny, 26. Perth in Australia, at this moment, sunny, 30 degrees. Out in Galway Island, mostly cloudy from 4 up to all of 9 degrees at lunchtime for them. It's going to be a warm one for them today. Anyway, Gaza City, Palestine, partly cloudy, 17 as they get into their day. It's your breakfast rush. I'm Nishal Sarwan. With me in the studio, as always, Nasmira Kasim, Brother Mondley. Tabila's got news for you at 7. I want to say good morning, salamu alaikum to all of you that's watching on screen right now, whether it's Facebook, whether it's YouTube, or my TikTok. Wonderful to have you. Just look down the bottom end of the screen. You're going to find the share button somewhere around there. Click it. Bring your friends in. And hey, follow as well at Radio Al Ansar, at Nishal Sarwan. Go for it. And when you got the moment, go look on Insta, The Breakfast Rush, with those lowercase minuses, between the words. What's the technical term? Is it underscore?
Correct.
Yeah, well, underscore, the underscore. GHS wants to know, Salans, hey, where's your shades today? Give me a second. Right there. It's on the table, man. So
he slept well last night, alhamdulillah.
You know, listen, when Tuesday nights and Thursday nights, for me, becoming a problem.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
There's nothing quite like the taste of a traditional family meal, and at the heart of every great dish is a key ingredient that brings it all together. That ingredient is Sunfoil pure sunflower cooking oil, made from only the finest sunflower seeds. It's a perfect way to enhance the taste of your family's favorite foods. Sunfoil cooking oil is more than just oil. It's the key to bring your family together over a delicious meal and making every bite taste better. Remember, the key ingredient to a great family meal is sunfoil. Tradition just tastes better.
Ramadan is around the corner and preparation starts now. Get ready for a blessed month with Ramadan special at the Al Ansar shop. From premium quality dates, refreshing Zamzam water, to beautiful Ramadan gifting ideas for family, friends, and loved ones, Al Ansar shop has everything you need to welcome the holy month. Perfect for iftar and meaningful gifts that come from the heart. Visit Al Ansar shop today and prepare for Ramadan the right way. Call 031-208-1601 or visit us at 207 West Road in Overport. Al Ansar shop, preparing hearts and homes for Ramadan.
I dedicate this month to you.
Almost 1 in 5 South African children attend school each day without having eaten breakfast. This seriously affects their ability to concentrate and understand lessons. The Al-Imdad Foundation's Make Breakfast Possible campaign allows learners to enjoy a high-energy cereal at the start of the school day. Help children to focus on learning and not hunger. Let's make breakfast possible today. Donate online at alimdad.com or call 0861 786 243 for more information.
At Regent Business School, innovation, inclusivity, and excellence come together to shape your success. Our globally recognized institution surrounds you with academic experts and industry leaders who inspire transformation in your career, your life, and your legacy. Discover an affordable, accredited qualification designed for the future world of work. Regent Business School, a proud member of Honoris United Universities. 2026 registrations are now open. Visit regent.ac.za today.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
It's the Breakfast Rush, all over your radio.
ये रंगी फजाएं 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 ये महकी हवाएं हवाएं ये रंगी फजाएं ये महकी हवाएं मुअत्तर मुअत्तर है सारा मदीना हरा गुंबद जो देखोगे ज़माना भूल जाओगे हरा गुंबद जो देखोगे ज़माना भूल जाओगे अगर तैबा को जाओगे तो आना भूल जाओगे गुंबद जो देखोगे ज़माना भूल जाओगे ना इतराओ ज़ियादा चांद तारो अपनी रंगत पर इतराओ ज़ियादा चांद तारो अपनी रंगत पर मेरे आका को देखोगे चमकना भूल जाओगे मेरे आका को देखोगे चमकना भूल जाओगे गुंबद जो देखोगे ज़माना भूल जाओगे गुंबद जो देखोगे समाना भूल जाओगे गुंबद 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 मदीना मदीना हमारा मदीना हमें जानो दिल से प्यारा मदीना खुदा के कयामत में फरमाए मांगो लगाएंगे दीवाने नारा मदीना मदीना तुम्हारे सामने होगा कभी जब गुंबदे खजरा तुम्हारे सामने होगा कभी जब गुंबदे खजरा नजर जम जाएगी उस पर हटाना भूल जाओगे नजर जम जाएगी उस पर हटाना भूल जाओगे गुंबद जो देखोगे समाना भूल जाओगे गुंबद जो देखोगे समाना भूल
No prizes for guessing who this is. I was in a roll with these guys recently. It's the Rao Brothers, Hara Gumbad Jo. The title of it. 6:45 this morning. Assalamu alaikum. If you just tuned in and jumped onto the Breakfast Rush on Radio Al Ansar, if you're on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, if you're on my TikTok, thank you for doing that. Hey, hit the share button and let's get a few more people watching and interacting with us as well. The question that we asked earlier, one or two WhatsApp messages coming through. But I'd love to know from you. I'd love to know from you with regard to going out, spending time, with friends, family, whether it is colleagues at work, whatever the case may be. How should the restaurant's bill be split when you're dining out with acquaintances? Now, this is not where you've invited them to dine out. No. This is when everybody kind of said, okay, listen, I'm free on this day. Let's get together and go out and chow. How should that bill be split is the question that we're asking you for today. Are you team split the bill evenly, or are you, like Superintendent Raouf, pay for what you ate? 06090411056. We'll get your answers on WhatsApp. We'll discuss that in a bit. Talking about discussing, there's a lot that's been going on in the world. You want to start up?
Absolutely. And as always, we start you off right here at home. Suspected crime kingpin Vusi Musi Kat Matlala allegedly shared information to KZN SAPS Commissioner Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi about a Sandton house where suspended Deputy National Police Commissioner Lieutenant General Shadrach Sibiya purportedly collected money in a state vehicle. Now, Matlala also allegedly claimed to have paid 2 million rands towards Sibiya's plot purchase. These allegations emerged in testimony before the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry in Pretoria, where the KZN Hawks head Major General Lesetja Sanona was testifying just yesterday.
Outside of South Africa, Iranian president has held a phone call with the Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman after a United States aircraft carrier arrived in the region amid growing fears of a new conflict with Israel or the US. The US has indicated in recent weeks that it is considering an attack against Iran in response to Tehran's crackdown on protesters, which left thousands of people dead. And US President Trump has sent the USS Abraham Lincoln aircraft carrier to the region. So the Iranian president hit out at US threats in the call with the Saudi leader yesterday, saying they were aimed at disrupting the security of the region and will achieve nothing other than instability.
Back home, 6 alleged bogus investment scammers along with 25 call center agents were arrested yesterday during a major crackdown in Johannesburg, Gauteng. They have been charged with contravening the Financial Advisory and Intermediary Services Act. The suspects, aged between 38 and 61, were apprehended during a joint takedown operation involving local and international law enforcement agencies. Now, the operation formed part of Interpol's global Operation Jackal, which targets online scams and transnational financial crimes. I always say,
yeah,
and I learned.
But now that you've said that, a question that comes to my mind is, how do you actually recognize these schemes from these people? One of the schemes, you could call it a pyramid scheme,
Yeah.
right? How do you recognize it? So that you look, you say, pyramid, run away.
Look, it's difficult because a lot of people that you might even know within your everyday circle will come to you and say, Nishal,
guess what?
I've benefited. You know, look at my, I don't know, bank statement or whatever it is. It's benefiting me. And then down the line, everybody falls. So for me, I wouldn't do it at all because just because, you know, things are nice today, it will be because they want you to sign up the whole world.
So fishing is like this, right? You bait the hook, you cast out, you catch somebody, your target, and you reel them in. Now, how do you reel them in? You give them dividends on their investment. A little bit more each time. You go from 1, now it's 2, now it's 4, now it's 8, now it's 16. It's doubling every time, 32. And then you give them this offer that's like, listen, if you drop 64 in, I'm going to give you 128. Guess what happens?
Boom.
You lose a whole 64. Now, you started off putting in 1, and then you put in an extra 32 in the end, and you lose everything.
I just, you know, the best advice I would give to myself first is work for what you want. That's it.
Now, here's the lesson in this one here, kiddies. Before we get to the restaurant question, which we're waiting for answers on social media, by the way, which team are you? Split the bill or pay for your own? If it's too good to be true, and this is what you said just moments ago, it probably is.
Yeah.
Right? So stay away. The other lesson is this, and this is something my dad used to say to me way back when. If you didn't work for it, is it yours? You know, it's like a think about it kind of question. If you didn't work for it, is it yours?
Absolutely. The other day you were talking to us about clean money, and I think it ties up quite nicely here.
Dirty hands, clean money. Anyway, how should the restaurant's bill be split when you're dining with acquaintances, right? So let's talk about one of life's quietly chaotic dining dilemmas, because I've seen this happen so many times, right? You go out for a nice meal. It's good vibes, great company, fantastic conversation. Everybody has a really great time. And then the bill arrives and somebody says those 3 little, very dangerous words. Let's split it.
Yeah.
Personally, I want to grab you by your ponytail and what happened?
Violence is not the answer.
No, never. Never. Firstly, why is he wearing a ponytail? But anyway, there's a content creator, right, by the name of Mish is Fine. Took to social media to vent his frustration. And honestly, many of us, I'm pretty certain, feels the same way, right? So Mish says he's tired of being asked to split a bill with friends off friends, especially when everyone ordered very differently priced items. So his point, if you ordered a starter, mains, dessert, something to drink, why must someone who had 1 burger and water pay the same as you?
valid.
Right? And if we're not even close friends, why are we pretending that this makes any sense? So this creator, this social media, content creator says, this whole splitting the bill thing feels unfair. And personally, I don't think he's wrong.
Yeah.
Right? It's one of those conversations that should happen before ordering. But let's be honest, it is awkward. Bringing up money at the table can instantly kill the vibe. It can kill the mood, whether you're with strangers or whether you're with people that you love. Now, here's where things get interesting, right? So according to an institute survey online, dining etiquette, it's a dining etiquette forum, right?
Yeah.
There are some unspoken rules. And the experts say if everyone is ordering similar meals or sharing dishes, the bill split makes sense. But if you're planning to order more than everybody else, the polite thing is to say so before you order, so they know, right? So here's what we want to know from you. And we posed this question a little bit earlier on. Are you team split the bill evenly? Or are you team pay for what you ate? Have you ever been caught in an awkward bill splitting moment? And, look, be honest, have you ever quietly side-eyed the menu when someone suggested splitting? What's your story?
I would say pay for what you ate. It's as simple as that. So what we would do is one person takes the menu. And then, okay, I've had X, Y, and Z. And then I would add 10% to that, and that's what I would pay. I think it's
For
fair.
yourself.
For myself, yeah.
Right. Personally, I take it one step further.
Okay.
It doesn't matter whether we're sitting at a table with 4 people, 10 people, 20 people, 40 people. When the waiter comes on to me with the little writing pad and says, what are you having?
Yeah.
The first thing I say is a separate bill.
Smart.
And I say that loud enough for people around me to hear. Give me a separate bill.
Yeah.
So then I'll pay for what I'm having, the wife's having, the kids are having. I'll pay for that.
Yeah.
Because now we're ordering.
Correct.
Because I don't want to have to ask somebody else to club in for what we've had.
Agreed.
So that's just me. I ask for a separate bill altogether. What do? You sitting in the car right now thinking about it. You at home, you on your way to work, you may be sitting down in your transport vehicle with your earphones in and you're listening to the show. What do you do? Are you similar to myself and Naz, where you or Superintendent Raouf as well, who says pay for what you had?
So now at least we know when we go for a TBR meal, we're all on the same page.
Yeah, no, you must pay for it. Yeah. Anyway, Assalamu alaikum. My take on inviting someone out is you foot the bill. However, if a few friends are going out and decide to grab a bite together, each person should pay for what they've ordered unless you decide otherwise. Either way, you can't impose your expense on somebody else. That is unfair. And, you're not being a good host that way. If it's too good to be true, it probably isn't.
Pyramid schemes.
No, definitely.
Shana says salams. We split the bill. Whatever it comes to, we go half and half because we share each other's meals.
That's between you and the one person that you're with.
Yeah, but that makes sense because you guys are all sharing.
Yeah, because there's only 2 of you, right? And you dipping into that plate and they're dipping into your plate. So you might as well just split the bill. But here's the thing. The question is about a
group of people.
Bigger
Yeah.
table. Anisha, assalamu alaikum. I feel the bill should be split equally. That's more an ethical thing to do. So if I ordered just a burger and a bottled water.
And then I ordered prawns with savory rice and chips and the biggest double thick milkshake.
I must pay for yours. No, it's. Hey, listen, while we're here, Sajad, happy birthday to you from Mum, Aslam, the family, loving your stacks. Happy birthday to you. Mumtaz says, I think pay for what you eat. Good idea. Fazila Kaji, salamu alaikum to you. Hope you're doing well. send your answers. Imad says, hey, you must split the bill. Imad's the guy that would sit there and order the lamb shank and the very special mocktails, this, that, and the other, extra chops and fried onion rings and what.
Yeah.
While I'm just ordering my simple little burger. And then we're going halves.
He won't pay.
Of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
There's nothing quite like the taste of a traditional family meal, and at the heart of every great dish is a key ingredient that brings it all together. That ingredient is Sunfoil pure sunflower cooking oil, made from only the finest sunflower seeds. It's a perfect way to enhance the taste of your family's favorite foods. Sunfoil cooking oil is more than just oil. It's the key to bring your family together over a delicious meal and making every bite taste better. Remember, the key ingredient to a great family meal is Sunfoil. Tradition just tastes better.
At Radio Al Ansar, we value your feedback. If you have a broadcasting-related complaint, send it in writing to the head of the Complaints Committee. Be sure to include your full name, contact details, a clear explanation of the complaint, and any supporting documents. You can email your complaint to feedback@alansar.org.za. That's feedback@alansar.org.za. Or visit our administrative office at 207 West Road, Overport, Durban. Your voice matters to us.
For too many communities across Africa and the world, access to clean water remains a dream. At Africa Muslims Agency, we dig deep, reaching into the heart of the earth to fill the cups of those in need. Sponsor a water well for 16,500 Rand, or a borehole in Afghanistan for 55,000 Rand, or Africa for 65,000 Rand, or any amount. With water comes food, health, education, and growth. An ongoing reward with Africa Muslims Agency.
A year from now, your child will be older. The question is, will they be work ready or still unsure? At Keyline, we don't teach theory-heavy degrees. We teach practical digital design skills for the real world. Our one-year digital communication design program is hands-on, industry-aligned, and built around multidisciplinary content creation skills designed to get learners job-ready. Enroll now. Applications for limited seats are open. Visit keyline.co.za or call 031 312 8560. Keyline.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
The Breakfast Rush main news bulletin.
Making news at 7, the family of former ANC councillor and Youth League Secretary General Sindiso Makaka say that his murder was a state-sanctioned killing, and Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum says that her country will continue to show solidarity with Cuba after media reports that a government halted a shipment of oil to Havana. Good morning, I'm Tabila Duma. The family of former ANC councillor and Youth League Secretary General Sindiso Makaka say his murder was a state-sanctioned killing. Testifying at the Matlanga Commission this week, witness E, who is also a police officer with the Crime Intelligence Unit, told the Commission that the police knew before Makaka was murdered that there was a plot to kill him. He revealed that the police did not act on this information. Furthermore, police assets were used to kill Makaka. Witness E detailed the role that was played by Crime Intelligence in the matter. He stated that he had become aware of the murder plot and contacted his superiors about it, proposing how the murder could be stopped. However, his police seniors allegedly ignored the information along with a plan to protect Makaka. Tabiso Zulu, the Makaka family spokesperson and a close friend of Sindiso Makaka, indicated that they blamed the state for the death, adding that it actively participated in killing and then failed to hold those responsible to account. Tonga Tulet is seeking policy and regulatory reforms that it believes are critical to the survival of South Africa's sugar industry, with the Department of Trade, Industry and Competition confirming that discussions on proposed changes are underway. The embattled sugar producer, which has been battling to recover from a financial and a debt scandal, remains under business rescue and is struggling to implement its turnaround plan. Now, knowledgeable sources within South Africa's government and industry have told the news agency that Tonga Tulet could be forced to halt a business rescue implementation and availing of funding should the company fail to secure reforms related to the South Africa Sugar Association. In more local news, a case of inciting public violence has been opened at a Pointer police station against a March and March leader Jacinta, as well as the Umkhonto weSizwe Party and Operation Tutula. The charge relates to protest action undertaken by Ngobese Zuma, the MK Party and Operation Tutula outside Durban's Eddington Primary School, particularly following violent scenes that erupted last Wednesday, during which parents were allegedly attacked. March and March, together with other organizations, had objected to what they claimed was a disproportionately high number of foreign pupils enrolled at Eddington Primary, as well as allegations that South African pupils were turned away seeking admission at the start of the new school year. Ngobese Zuma said the charge would not deter her or the others from continuing to raise their objections regarding the situation at the school. The CEO of the Johannesburg Development Agency, Themba Matibe, is understood to have been arrested after he was allegedly found in possession of a substantial sum of cash. The senior city official was taken into custody on Monday. According to insiders, the arrest follows a raid by law enforcement authorities at the city's social housing offices. The operation was conducted to investigate allegations of irregularities in certain contracts. While several sources have confirmed Matibe's arrest, law enforcement authorities are yet to comment. And finally, Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum says that her country will continue to show solidarity with Cuba after media reports that her government halted a shipment of oil to Havana. Mexico has in recent years become a top supplier of oil to Cuba, which relies on cut-price oil supplies from its allies to survive a U.S. trade embargo and keep the lights on through a severe energy crisis. As recently as December, Mexico was still sending oil to Cuba, but several media outlets have reported that a shipment planned in January was called off. Taking a look at the financial indicators, the rand to the US dollar is trading at 15 rands and 88 cents, to the pound at 19 rands and 5 cents, to the euro at 21 rands and 91 cents. The Saudi Riyal is at 4 rands and 24 cents. Gold is trading at $5,235.60 an ounce, while Brent crude oil is trading at $66.85 a barrel. That's it for now. I will be back with your headlines at 7:30 for Radio Al Ansar News. I'm Tabile Duma.
Does Tabile Duma split the bill or pay for what she ate?
I used to split the bill until some type of commotion happened while I was with friends.
Yeah.
And then one friend of mine said, no, I only had a wrap and something to drink.
Yep.
I'm not paying for someone else's extra food.
Uh-huh.
And then everything turned awkward. Sure.
Those awkward feelings are the feelings that we want to avoid.
Yeah.
Really. Listen, I think that if you're going to be splitting the bill, everybody must have the same thing.
The same thing, or like some combo meal that's more
Similar.
Yeah, similar.
So did that friend group get together after that?
Funny you mentioned that. We've not.
Sure.
If we have, we've been incomplete, and then everybody pays for what
they've eaten.
Yeah.
What they've eaten.
Hectic.
All righty. Well, listen, while you're in the car, let's get you this information here.
Breakfast rush traffic
is on its way shortly. Now, interesting information that's coming through from, well, not information, but interesting answers that are coming through. Abdullah phrases it like it's SARS.
Okay.
This is PAYE. Now, you'd notice that most people would notice PAYE on your payslip.
Yeah.
Pay as you earn. Abdullah says, pay as you
eat. Yeah.
Superintendent Raouf, Assalamu alaikum.
Oh, pleasure. Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
All right. Traffic news in 3, 2, 1, go.
You know when you're busy with your boss and the phone never stops ringing. Anyway, if you're traveling from Ahmed Al-Qadi going towards the 45th cutting area from the hospital, there's debris on the road. Just be aware of that, please. Now, this is on the M13. Remember, we spoke about this morning. They've moved further down now towards the hospital, so just be aware of that. Accident at the corner of outside Flamingo Court. Now, this is on Ambila Road. Oh, my goodness. It's a truck and a taxi. So there's quite a few injuries in that vicinity. Just approach with caution. Just give the emergency vehicles way to try and get to this accident scene, please, because there's children involved in this one. Now, Yansford Highway is tolled westbound at Piedmont Road. This is Muhammad Al-Qadi. Remember, they're going to make you turn right there, go towards Sydenham, Mayflower Road, that area, because of the protest action that's taking place now on the M13. So just be aware of that, please. The authorities are there, so you're not going to be able to drive through because the road is closed. That's your second update.
So give us the area where the truck and taxi accident is taking place again.
Ambilo Road.
Ambilo Road.
Just before Flamingo Court. That's quite a big building, Flamingo Court. If you're coming on Ambilo Road, the Arterial Road, which is the concrete one, just before you reach the tower, to Flamingo Quarters.
Down there. Okie dokie. So, folks, we're going to ask you to keep away from that area and give emergency services the opportunity to get to the scene and help out as quickly as possible. Soup, thank you very much. Salaam alaikum to you. We'll get back to your boss.
I was trying to hit that man who was phoning me to the phone, you know.
Well, no, I'll ask Moni to come and see you later.
Wa alaikum salam. I hope he told his boss, I need to go on the radio.
But here's the thing. You're Lieutenant Colonel. You're right up there on the ladder. Like, who's your boss?
There could be a couple of titles I could think of.
Right. Road left cut open after water repairs. Argyle Road on the lower part of it, just as you come up after the Kabi Road intersection. Yeah, for him, I've seen that as well. So not the nicest thing to be seeing, early in the morning. Abdullah, traffic, Sherwood off-ramp backed up onto the highway. Now we know why. Fawzi saying, hey guys, interesting topic. Nishal, pay for what you eat. Some people order prawns, but you're eating tin fish. No, tin fish is a good chow. But you must pay the bill if it's divided. Very interesting topic. Who's this? Yasin.
It must be pay as you eat. What about each one's different financial situation? And some small eaters can't pay for the big eaters. I've been to eat outs where I've seen wealthy guys fighting to pay the bill.
To pay the bill. I got it. No, I got it. No, you got it. Okay, no, okay, I got it. Okay, now you paid last time. I'll pay this time. Those conversations are also very interesting.
Yeah, so I have that arrangement with very, very close relatives. Like the last time you caught it or you paid, this time it's my turn. But again, it depends. Remember, in this situation, there's just two people.
Yeah. So here we are now at 12 minutes after 7. When we come back, we're talking to Action SA.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
There's nothing quite like the taste of a traditional family meal, and at the heart of every great dish is a key ingredient that brings it all together. That ingredient is Sunfoil pure sunflower cooking oil, made from only the finest sunflower seeds. It's a perfect way to enhance the taste of your family's favorite foods. Sunfoil cooking oil is more than just oil. It's the key to bring your family together over a delicious meal and making every bite taste better. Remember, the key ingredient to a great family meal is sunfoil. Tradition just tastes better.
The views and opinions expressed by the guest and presenters of Radio Al Ansar are not necessarily the views and opinions of Radio Al Ansar and the Al Ansar Foundation.
Your future success doesn't wait, and neither should you. Choose the institution built for the next generation of leaders. At Regent Business School, teaching goes beyond the classroom with immersive learning experiences and cutting-edge learning centers across South Africa. For over 25 years, we've offered accredited, affordable education that transforms careers and lives. 2026 registrations are now open. Visit regent.ac.za today. Regent Business School, a proud member of Honoris United Universities.
Zakah is more than just charity. It is a duty, a trust, and a means to uplift those in need. For over 40 years, Islamic Relief has only distributed zakah through policies that comply with Sharia guidelines, endorsed by qualified scholars, making sure it only reaches those who are eligible. Give with Islamic relief, where your zakah is our amana.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
The MTN Radio Award-nominated Breakfast Rush with Nishal Sarwan.
It's coming in for 7:15 this morning. South Africa continues to grapple with growing tensions around access to basic services, particularly education. And the situation at Addington Primary School here in Durban has now sparked a national conversation. At the center of this issue is Jacinta Ngobesi Zuma, who voluntarily handed herself over to police after a case of incitement to violence was opened against her. Now, Action SA KZN has come out strongly in her defense, saying her arrest misses the real issue. A deeper failure of the state to enforce its own laws and protect the constitutional rights of South African children. Joining us on the line now is Action SA KwaZulu-Natal leader Zwakele Nwango. Good morning, sir. Welcome to the Breakfast Rush.
Morning to you and a morning to the listeners, and thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you for joining us on the program. Now, Action SA says it respects the rule of law, yet strongly opposes the arrest of Jacinta. Why do you believe her arrest is misguided in this context?
Firstly, let me say, as we are saying, we believe in the rule of law. We will never condone anarchy or inciting violence in any form. However, what is happening in Addington is a symptom of a bigger problem in South Africa. Now, why we are concerned as Action SA is that government seem to miss the point, because if in this case, which was opened at Point SAPS police office station, was opened by the state, not just by ordinary South African or illegal immigrant. It was opened by the state, meaning this state is the one saying Jacinta must come and account. But the question is, why then they don't address the real problem that we are facing, which is open of our borders, having so many undocumented foreigners in our country? Because what the problem is, our state resources and public resources are already strained, and especially when it comes to education and health, because you've got so many individuals that are undocumented. Whenever government work on a budget, they work on a budget based on the population that you have in the country. Now, even if you build schools accommodate the population. Population is based on the statistics South Africa. Now, undocumented foreigners are not counted in. Now, that is why our resources are overstrained. Now, the government should be addressing that issue. At a moment in Addington, you still have South African learners outside the system. More than 2 weeks now, they are not in class, meaning they can't really enjoy teaching and learning like any other kids in South Africa. But these are mainly South African kids, and government is doing nothing about that. And instead of that, they are reallocating some of these kids to other schools. Here's the problem. Some of these kids, parents were moved to South Beach after floods. Now, these are mainly poor parents. Now, you know, it was very touching when I spoke to one of the parents who was saying, she has 3 kids. Because of the school is now a bit far, she must pay for transport. So they can't go to school, all 3 of them. So they rotate. So meaning 2 will miss 2 days while one is attending and then the other one attends. They keep rotating in a week. What kind of education is that? It's a waste government. So you can't just say, no, the other schools can go there. The issue is the environment conducive for them to get to school and get proper learning in those schools? That's a problem. So government is missing that point to say, address the crucial issue, which is the burden of illegal immigration in our country, control our borders, make sure that you also have Home Affairs that is doing its own job, and make sure that those who are asylum seekers are properly documented. You can't have so many undocumented foreigners looting around in our country. And some of them, unfortunately, end up committing crimes because they know you can't trace them.
So, Zwakele, the issue of illegal immigration is central to this debate, as you've just mentioned. How do you respond to critics who say this kind of activism risks inflaming xenophobic tensions?
Actually, government is the one that is inciting xenophobic, because we may end up leading towards xenophobic, because you never allow people to get so angry. Because you can see it's out of anger why people are now starting to rally around a movement like March and March, because they are frustrated. But here's the thing, my brother. If government were to resolve the issue, because even March and March, the question here, even for Action SA policy, we are not against foreigners coming in our country. So all we are saying is, come in our country, get proper documents, and be in the country legally so. Then if you are here legally, you are counted. So you are not someone that we can question why you are here. So why then did this xenophobic will start? It will start because government is failing to do its own responsibilities. Because remember, the control of borders is a government responsibility. The issue of immigration officers, they should check those who are undocumented. It's government responsibility. Home Affairs must do their own job as well. So the education department must do its own job. This notion to say when someone comes to the school, you not have to can't ask documents. This really not in the Constitution. The Constitution only talks about the right to education. It doesn't say you mustn't check documents. All it does, it says you can't deny someone the opportunity to get education just because maybe they miss a document. Yes, a time frame to say you don't have a birth certificate or ID. Can you please get it within 6 months? But then again, who must provide the ID? It's Home Affairs. So the government must really address these issues instead of pushing the burden and blaming other people for xenophobic attacks, because these attacks are not attacks at the moment, but it may lead there. This is why we are cautioning government to say, your failure government to address these issues, it may lead to xenophobic attacks, because end of the day, people are getting frustrated on a day by day, and government must be seen to do something about the crisis we are facing in our country. Because end of the day, the anger is continuously getting there, because right now, South Africans are asking questions.
Indeed.
Learners are still not in class in primary school. Maybe it's not only editing, but editing is just a highlight for now, because that's where March and March is. But it's creating anger across the country, because now it will start to say, people start to question other learners in other schools. Why this child is not in school? They were told, no, the school have no space for this child. Only to find there are maybe 10 or 15 illegal foreigners in schools.
Let's talk.
This is cause of conflict, which government can really avoid.
Indeed. Let's go to the final question for this morning. Action SA has called out the silence of the KZN Premier and the MEC for Education. What immediate action are you demanding from them right now?
Immediate action from the Premier and the MEC is decisive leadership in this matter. It's a matter to say, how do you get these learners in editing primary school? All South African learners must get a space in editing school, in primary school, failing which, if you allocate them to another school, provide them with scholar transport. It's simple as that. So you can't then have a situation where learners can't get access to school just because you are saying there are spaces in other schools, but you can't provide them with transport. These are poor kids. That is why South Africa is providing scholar transport. So, but you are pushing them away from school. So if government can provide proper transport for them, then give them a space in primary, make that decision. We require decisive leadership in this province. At the moment, there's a vacuum and there's silence from these leaders, and all they do is to make noise on the rallies. When it comes to crucial issues like this, they are just silent.
Zwakele, I want to thank you for your time this morning and insight on the topic as well, and wish you a wonderful day ahead.
Thank you, and to you and listeners.
That was Action SA KZN leader Zwakele Mwango, and guys, given the opportunity, we could have had this conversation over a rather extended period, half an hour to an hour to a full show, just on that.
Absolutely agreed. For me, it always boils down to the ones that are affected the most. And I always say it's the children.
Yeah.
Regardless of who they are and where they come from, it's the child that is innocent in this situation and every other.
But do we see their point?
Absolutely.
Do we see their point that they're not saying don't be somebody born in another country, grew up in another country and came to South Africa looking for a better life? We're not saying don't do that.
Follow the legal route.
We're saying do that legally.
Yeah.
Eh?
And this issue of because remember, some of the parents, they were moved from the flood-prone areas during the floods.
Yes.
They moved to another area.
Yeah.
So now they just left them there. They didn't say, okay, these are the schools. This is the transport. This is the topics that we usually discussed before, even in the Isipingo transition camp.
Yes.
The same thing came up.
And there can be school there.
Yeah. No. The one in Isipingo, the stretch before Prospecton,
exactly.
They
Same
moved.
one, yeah.
They moved.
Yeah.
I think there's like one or two shacks or something that's
Still
there. But they managed to move the people. Maybe some of them that we moved there are the ones that are actually there now protesting, saying, okay, we need schools. You moved us. Now put our children in a school because we cannot afford transport money.
Of course.
Talking about transport, right? And I was going to ask Zwakhe this question, but we ran out of time for that one, right? We've got to get a Vodacom. This morning on traffic, Superintendent Raouf, just moments ago, 10 minutes ago, mentioned another scholar transportation taxi and a truck.
Correct.
And injuries and all of that. Just this morning, a couple of mornings ago, it was something else, scholar transport. Mornings before that, it was a truck plowing through scholar a taxi in Vanderbilt Park.
Yeah.
And this is big. It's a recurring issue. Why do we not have municipal buses traveling between areas saying we're picking up you in a school uniform? The fact that you're in a school uniform means it's free.
Yeah.
Why do we not have that?
That would be
Why do we not
amazing.
have that yet?
Yeah.
The bus is working. It's doing its work. It's doing its rounds in its designated route. We say to a child, bus number 2 is going to your school, your area. It's going to stop in front of, here, and you're going to walk from here. There's going to be a scholar patrol person that will guide the children toward the school. But the fact that you are in a school uniform means it's free. Why have we not gotten to that point yet? That question I wanted to ask to him, but he's not in a position to make that decision. He's also asking questions of people that are in positions to make decisions.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
There's nothing quite like the taste of a traditional family meal, and at the heart of every great dish is a key ingredient that brings it all together. That ingredient is Sunfoil pure sunflower cooking oil, made from only the finest sunflower seeds. It's a perfect way to enhance the taste of your family's favorite foods. Sunfoil cooking oil is more than just oil. It's the key to bring your family together over a delicious meal and making every bite taste better. Remember, the key ingredient to a great family meal is Sunfoil. Tradition just tastes better.
It's happening. Ramadan is almost here, and Al-Ansar shop is ready. Fresh dates have arrived. Pure, blessed Zamzam water is in stock, and all your Ramadan essentials are waiting for you. From iftar favorites to thoughtful gifting ideas for family and friends. Get prepared early. Beat the rush. Stock your home with barakah and blessing this Ramadan. Visit Al-Ansar shop today. Call 031-208-1601. Al-Ansar shop, your one-stop Islamic shop.
J.Junaid Jamshed. Summer Gala sale is now live. Enjoy flat 50% off from 22nd January to 1st February. Visit our store at 222 Felix Lamini Road, Overport, or shop online at za.junaidjamshed.com.
Did you hear? Your favorite 24-hour dentist has moved? Crown Dental Studio, offering everything your smile needs, from general to cosmetic dentistry. Female practitioner now available upon request. Call us on 081 207 8621 to schedule your next appointment. Or visit our new studio at 26 McCuton Avenue, Durban North. Crown Dental Studio, your 24-hour dentist.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willowton Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
This feature on the Breakfast Rush is powered by the Cellular City Group of Vodacom shops at the Pavilion Superstore 2.0, Entrance 6, Westwood Mall, Bluff Towers, the Workshop Durban, Megacity, Bridge City, Brookside Mall PMB, and the Nelson Mandela Square Stanton 2.0.
Double up and save. We'll give you one deal with 2 devices available on new contracts and upgrades, like the Honor X7D on the 1 gigabyte Red Core plan. So, what do we give you? 1 gig anytime data, 50 minutes, and 30 gigs once off. It includes the Red Flexi 85 contract on all second devices. The device itself is a Magic OS 9 device, 8 gigs of RAM, 256 gigabyte storage, dual 50 megapixel 2 megapixel rear camera, and a 5 megapixel selfie camera with a 6.7 display. Get this today, not 1, but 2 of the Honor X7D phones. 479 Rand per month over a period of 36 months, or get yourself it on prepaid, 5,999 Rand each. So many double deals for you, from Samsungs to Honors, Huawei's, and even as good as new iPhones. Get in touch with us today.
This feature on the Breakfast Rush is powered by the Cellular City Group of Vodacom shops at the Pavilion Superstore 2.0, Entrance 6, Westwood Mall, Bluff Towers, the Workshop Durban, Megacity, Bridge City, Brookside Mall PMB, and the Nelson Mandela Square Stanton 2.0 Vodacom shop. For smartphones, laptops, routers, asset insurance, gaming, IoT, payment platforms, and the latest gadgets to always keeping you in the forefront of innovation and technology. Home and business internet to ensure that you have the best connection. Plug and play home internet to fully installed fiber. Our infrastructure provides a resilient platform for your critical business applications, which will help your business perform best. Vodacom shop at the Pavilion Superstore 2.0, Westwood Mall, The Bluff, the Workshop Durban, Umlazi Megacity, Bridge City Kwamashu, Brookside Mall PMB, and the Nelson Mandela Square Stanton 2.0.
It's the Breakfast Rush, all over your radio.
The Breakfast Rush News Headlines.
Making news at the bottom of the hour, KwaZulu-Natal Finance MEC Francois Rogers has told Parliament that struggling municipalities in the province refused the provincial treasury's help to get their finances above board. The Gauteng government has committed to support the family of the late Kuruleni member of the Mayoral Committee for Roads and Transport, Andile Mkwevu. And finally, United States Representative for Minnesota Ilhan Omar was sprayed with an unknown substance by an assailant while calling for the abolition of the Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency at a town hall meeting in Minneapolis. That's it for now. For Radio Al-Ansar News, I'm Tabila Duma.
Last look at traffic for this morning, proudly brought to you by these folks.
This traffic report is brought to you by BYD Durban, proudly part of the Alpine Motor Group.
Breakfast Rush Traffic.
Super Salamu Alaikum, welcome back.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you very much. Let's start off with the protest action we spoke about earlier on the Ansmouth Highway, so just be aware there's a lot of debris on the road. Accident on Richmond Road and Marion Hill Road in Pinetown. There's 2 vehicles involved there, so there'll be delays. The accident with the 2 trucks on the NC by Colenso has been cleared, so traffic is flowing quite nicely in that vicinity. An accident on the Southern Freeway incoming just before the Francois Road Bridge, right-hand lane. So traffic is actually building up on the Southern Freeway coming into Durban. So you're just going to have to allow for extra traveling time, please. I'm just driving here now. I think it's in a circuit road in Isabingo. There's an accident here as well, or an incident. So you've got the ambulances that are standing off there and police vehicles as well. Some sort of incident taking place on that road. So it's on the left hand.
the Alpine Motor Group. Meet the BYD Sea Lion 5, a plug-in hybrid that combines electric range with petrol flexibility. It delivers smooth acceleration, strong fuel savings, and modern safety tech. Or get behind the wheel of the BYD Dolphin Surf, the most affordable EV in South Africa. It offers nimble handling, low running costs, and easy charging. Our experienced team will help you compare specs, financing, and test drives. Drive cleaner, save on running costs. Visit BYD Durban at 950 Mgeni Road to book a test drive today. Proudly part of the Alpine Motor Group.
The Breakfast Rush Sport Update with Buddy Governor.
Buddy, assalamu alaikum. Welcome back on a Wednesday morning. How are you doing?
Walaikum salam. Alhamdulillah. I'm doing good today on this lovely Wednesday morning. Isha, I hope you guys all good.
All good. What's happening in your report today?
Excellent. Well, it's cricket, tennis, and football that dominates the sporting world. We start off with the Australian Open. Top seed Carlos Alcaraz booked his maiden semi-final appearance in Melbourne with a 7-5, 6-2, 6-1 win over 6 seed Alex de Minaur. Alexander Zverev, the third seed, he had 24 aces on his way to a 6-3, 6-7, 6-1, 7-6 victory over Lerner Thiem in the quarterfinals. Top seed Ariana Sabalenka advanced to her fourth consecutive semi-final with a dominant 6-3, 6-0 victory over Iva Jovic. Elena Svitolina will make her first semi-final appearance in Melbourne after a comfy 6-1, 6-2 win over Coco Gauff. Cricket, England defeated Sri Lanka by 53 runs in the third and final ODI in Colombo to seal a 2-1 series win. Earlier, Joe Root scored 111 as the visitors posted 357 for 3 from their 50 overs. Here in South Africa, Aiden Markram, he cracked 86 not out as South Africa beat the West Indies by 9 runs for a 1-0 lead in their 3-match T20 series in Paarl. George Linder claimed 3 for 25, while Corbin Bosch took 2 for 35 as the Proteas restricted the visitors to 173 for 7 in their allotted overs. Today, we can expect the fourth T20 between India and New Zealand, and that'll go off at about 3:30 p.m. But Michelle, lots and lots and lots of UEFA Champions League football tonight. 10 p.m., all the games kick off. There's quite a few games, and I can't go through them all, but this is the pick of the bunch for me. Arsenal will take on Kairat Almaty. Barcelona will host Copenhagen. Benfica entertains Real Madrid. Frankfurt will host Tottenham Hotspur. Liverpool, they play Qarabag. Napoli faces Chelsea. PSG will take on Newcastle United. Manchester City, Galatasaray. For me, the top one there will be the PSG versus Newcastle game. It'll be really interesting. But it's all up tonight. There's going to be a massive dose of football. We'll pick all that up on Wednesday, inshallah. Friday, inshallah.
Looking forward to it, buddy. Thank you very much. Have a beautiful day.
You all as well, Nazmira. You and the TBR team have a super day. Bye-bye. Salam alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
There's nothing quite like the taste of a traditional family meal, and at the heart of every great dish is a key ingredient that brings it all together. That ingredient is Sunfoil pure sunflower cooking oil, made from only the finest sunflower seeds. It's a perfect way to enhance the taste of your family's favorite foods. Sunfoil cooking oil is more than just oil. It's the key to bring your family together over a delicious meal and making every bite taste better. Remember, the key ingredient to a great family meal is sunfoil. Tradition just tastes better.
This is TBR, your morning cup of Joe.
Eid is coming and every child dreams of dressing up. But sadly, many little ones might not. Join me, Razia Rangrage. And me, Fatima Karim. As we race to clothe every deserving child this Eid. For just 1,000 Rand, you can give a complete outfit. Zakat and Lillah welcome.
Call Outreach now on 031-208-1601 and bring joy to a child's Eid.
At Checkers, our Steakhouse Classic range is crafted for those who take pride in every braai. Each cut is hand-trimmed by our expert butchers, perfectly matured and vacuum-packed for tenderness that melts in your mouth. From man-sized T-bone steak, beef tomahawk, and classic steak cuts, our butchery brings you over 21 Steakhouse Classic steak cuts to choose from, perfectly prepared. Checkers Saxony Westwood, butchery, bakery, and deli, certified by the NIHT.
Imagine this. Lunchtime hits and you pull out bub and cabbage. Or that same sad sandwich mom made when you went to school. Eish. Now flip the script with the Debonairs Pizza Real Deal range. You get 6 meaty flavors that turn boring into brilliant. Barbecue bacon, Debonairs chicken, Russian, and more. Enjoy more with... Choose one of 6 meaty Real Deal flavors for just R29.90 each. Debonairs Pizza. Try something amazing.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
TBR it is, and TBR it is. 90.4 FM in Durban, 105.6 FM in Pietermaritzburg. We live and broadcast out of Durban in KwaZulu
Natal.
You see, it only sounds complete when you say the whole name with the surname.
And Tabila's Tajweed.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. The reason I'm talking about this one here is because you've seen it on social media, right? You've seen it in the news. You've probably heard the stories and what have you. There's been a call to change the name of a major province in South Africa. This one. Our province, right? So let's take a moment to talk history, right? And identity, names, because sometimes a name carries far more weight than we realize, right? King, and I'm going to pronounce this incorrectly, so I'm going to ask for forgiveness first and then make the mistake. So I'm telling you in advance, I'm probably going to get it wrong. But King Misuzulu KwaZulu-Natal. How bad was that, Tabila?
No, it was good.
It was okay.
Yes.
All right, cool. He has sparked an important conversation about KwaZulu-Natal calling for the province to be renamed simply KwaZulu. So the king has made these remarks while addressing the 147th commemoration of the Battle of Isandlwana. It's in an area deeply rooted in Zulu history. And he didn't mince his words, right? So he questioned the word Natal. Why is it still part of the province's name? The king, his call, basically raising some big questions like, what do names mean in a democratic South Africa? Should colonial era names still define our spaces? And what would renaming KwaZulu-Natal to just KwaZulu symbolize for future generations? Now, what do you feel about it? What do you think about it? Practically, how would it work?
I'm still battling to pronounce the new name of the other place.
Kabeja.
That one.
He's still on Kabeja.
I'm still there. I'm stuck.
There's a lot of people still on that one there. Seriously.
Okay.
Now, here's the thing. Historically, and historical significance must be taken into account because history is important. If it didn't happen, today wouldn't be today the way today is. Literally. You know? So if like Marconi didn't send a signal from the beach to the ship all those years ago, you wouldn't be listening to Radio Al-Ansar in your car while you're driving. So if history didn't happen the way history happened, today wouldn't be today the way it is today. It'll be something different. So here we are living today. Practically, the cost of changing a name runs into the hundreds of millions.
Correct? We know this with road names.
Yeah.
Now, this is an entire province.
So let's look at it, right? You start from the top. You have to change the crest for KwaZulu-Natal.
You.
You have to take out the Natal.
Yeah.
You have to redesign it, you pay the designer.
Correct.
Then you have to reprint it. But where are you reprinting it for? You're reprinting it for everywhere. Everywhere. And its neighbor. Now, I'm not saying it should be done or shouldn't be done. I'm saying let's weigh the options. Let's put a number to it, right? And I'm very conservatively saying 100 million.
Yeah.
Can a school not be built for 100 million rand?
Exactly.
Hey?
The issues that we're talking about now,
Yeah.
they can be addressed
Absolutely.
with that
Put
money.
equipment in hospitals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So addressing colonial past is one thing. Logistically, as this message comes through now, logistically, it's too much admin. We'll have to drop the N from the ZN in the number plate, etc.
That's true, and we just changed that.
Now imagine your number plate is ending in KZ, because now it's not ZN anymore. Or just Z.
And what is the cost for changing that? What per
The
number plate? About 400 rand some change?
One for the front bumper, another one for the back one.
Multiplied by everyone that has a vehicle that had no choice in the matter.
Exactly. So here's the thing. Riaz comes through and he says logistically too much admin. I mean, number plate has to be changed as well. Dropped the N from the from the ZN, maybe KZ, whatever the case may be. People will say, now Shabir, there is an answer to your question, and I'm going to allow Tabile to answer it.
How?
Right? Because I think she's in the best position to answer this from a knowledge point of view. People will say, why not KwaZulu-Xhosa?
Hi, Kanjan man. Kanjan. How?
I'm loving it. I'm loving it, but aren't the and I'm having difficulty with this one. The Xhosa speaking because I can't do the clicks properly.
Okay.
Right? So aren't they from the Eastern Cape?
Yeah, and they
Southern
have
KwaZulu,
places
right?
they say KwaXhosa,
Right.
which is their area.
In the Eastern Cape?
Yes, in the Eastern Cape.
Yeah.
And not particularly here in KwaZulu-Natal.
There you go. Now, Shabir, hopefully that answers your question. Before
Love this, Anissa.
Before changing the name, fix the potholes.
Please.
Man, you know what? I think it's like about 150 rand for a 25 kg bag of this tar mix that you can buy at like a gardening store and fix the tar in your driveway and stuff.
You're not adding the tender price to it.
No, leave the tenders. Leave the tenders. Because we spend money unwisely, man. That's my problem. We have money. South Africa is, to a lot of people, it may not be regarded by a lot of people as first world or second world. Some people, conversation with somebody over this weekend regarding South Africa in certain instances as third world. I completely disagree.
Me too.
But South Africa is not a financially poor country. Yeah, we're owing everybody and their Chinese connection money. But I mean, we're not poor. I mean, just look at the billions that's sitting in Mshlanga on the beach, along the beach, in buildings.
Yeah.
And the Lucian, Belito. And then if you go down the south coast, where down the south coast?
Yeah.
Like where? If you go north coast, you've got Mshlanga, Lelusha,
Right.
Belito, going up.
That Hiberdine, towards Hiberdine or something?
Yeah, that way, Margate, Hiberdine, all of that,
Yeah.
very far. You got to drive, man.
Yeah.
Point is, that there's money in the country,
Absolutely.
not being spent in the most wisest of ways. And then, honestly, stripping the history and the heritage of one group of people to push or elevate the history and the heritage of another group of people. Where do we balance it? How do we balance it? Because the generations that are here walking this planet today are not the people that did those things those days.
Correct.
Like Meneer Hendrik van Voet is not walking around now.
Yeah.
He's the one that, was there,
Yeah.
But he's not here now. His grandchildren, great-grandchildren, whatever the case, they may still be here, but they didn't do it. Do we strip the history of everybody? Do we do that? Do we question the history? I know the stories may be incorrect in the books from previous years.
Correct. And I think it'll always be, it will always be depending on whose version you listen to.
Mm.
When you look at one of the history books, for example, you've got different sources. Every source tells its own story.
Different, exactly, and it may not be correct. My thing is this: KwaZulu-Natal, we've gotten accustomed to it. It wasn't KwaZulu, like advertised the way it is now. Previously, it was added, it was accepted. The whole world now knows it. Leave it like that. Take the money that you're going to spend on renaming it and go build schools. Go build and equip clinics and hospitals. Go do that. Go to current schools that are there and ask them, are there actual glass panes in the frame to make a window? It's winter coming up in a few months. You get those days where those tiny little babakis are sitting in a classroom and this cold wind blows through. The frame is closed, but there's no glass, so the wind still comes in.
And with all of that, there are children that are still dying in pits because there are no toilets.
I was going to go there next. Build the actual proper toilet. I'm suggesting take the money and invest it in uplifting our scholar transport situation. Make it safer. Make it safer.
Absolutely.
There's so many different things. I respect the fact that the king of the Zulu nation has a thought and a want, and he is speaking his mind for his people. I respect that. But I think as the king, he needs to think a little bit further for his people, and say, we can do better. There are children that are walking barefoot kilometers to go to school.
Across bridges and everything else in between.
Make life easier, make life better for them. If you can't buy them shoes, fix the road, let them walk on a surface that's better.
And you were speaking of history. Imagine the history that will be made doing these things.
That's it. He'll be cementing a legacy basically for himself and for the generations to come. Sabina is very quiet on this one. Tabs, what's that story?
Hey, I must remain on the fence on this one.
You can't.
Remain on the fence on this one.
We sit in the middle. We're not here.
Yeah, seriously. I'm against that. I'm against that suggestion of
which one?
Of changing KwaZulu Natal
the name.
Just for name's sake. Yeah. Okay, KwaZulu, and then what? It's KwaZulu, and then what? What's gonna happen there?
What difference does it make?
What difference does it make? So all the points that you have made, they are valid, because that's if all these things are done, if we better humanity, then that's what you'll be remembered for, not for changing a province.
Junaid says, no, man. Let's rather spend millions on building statues on the beachfront when our children can't finish matric. At least they'll have a pretty statue to look at.
That's another story.
I need to take a drive down there. Do you guys know where exactly these statues are?
No. I heard one is at Moses Mabhida, or somewhere near Moses.
That.
Yeah, nearing Moses Mabhida. And then the other one is at somewhere at the beach promenade.
But these are statues of who?
Okay, one is Mandela.
Okay.
I think the other is Oliver Tambo, if I'm not mistaken.
Respectfully, did we need it?
And
respectfully. And the reason I'm asking, I'm not questioning the gentleman, the name, their contribution to South Africa. I respect it.
Agreed.
The actual money spent on the statue itself, did we need it?
Here's the thing. If you know what Nelson Mandela, for example, stood for, and if he knew what was happening today, do you think he would ask you to go use that money on a statue?
Munir Mandela? I don't think so.
Exactly.
I don't think so as well.
Exactly.
I don't think. So one's between Amphitheatre and North Beach. Okay, cool. I think I'm going to take a drive there later on. I'm normally standing at Blue Lagoon, no statue, no cost. No, free statue. Free statue, no cost. So,
unless you do something wrong.
no, he's the statue.
Then he's going to charge
He's
you.
going to charge you. 22 million rand used for those statues. It's all about the money. Salam's accident on M19 coming from Macro toward Reservoir Hills, going towards Pinetown. Please be aware, one deceased on this scene. Oh, Lord. So people are going to be on the scene trying to fix it up. Be aware of that. We're going to end the program here in a moment with our gratitude to you for listening in and watching in on Facebook and YouTube and TikTok and wherever you are. We're counting down 6 minutes to 8 a.m. Got your main news bulletin coming through from Johannesburg. Tabila Duma, last words for the day.
Thank you guys for listening. It's good to be back. Everybody have a great day.
Kasim, I know you got the Salah Times and you've got the Islamic date and you've got the quotes for the day, and then you got to go jump in the car and go to school and go teach lessons up until like 9 p.m. in the evening. And then she's so busy. We have to get some money together and buy her 5 minutes to breathe, honestly.
Yes, we need to go have that bunny chow. I need that 5 minutes.
Right.
Salah times for today. Zohar, 12:15 this afternoon. Asr for Shafis, 4:45. Asr for Hanafis, 56 minutes to 5. Maghrib at 18:59. And Isha at 26 minutes past 8 tonight. Have a lovely day. Be the best version of you.
You know, old age comes at the worst possible time. Just when you've learned everything, you start forgetting. Do good. Be good. Have a wonderful day.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willow Tin Group, at the forefront of innovation, and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
There's nothing quite like the taste of a traditional family meal, and at the heart of every great dish is a key ingredient that brings it all together. That ingredient is sunflower.